Welcome to today's mathematics with your girl Sunshine Monie L. Today is 118.9. We are on that day of 1 and 8. 1 and 8 is really cool because 1 and 8 is like the solar plexus chakra. So you got 1, which is Ogun energy, Aries. That's the external side of the solar, or the internal side of the solar plexus chakra, because Aries rules the gut, that rules the mind, and everything starts with the thought. So that is the fire in your gut that's giving you the ambition, the motivation, the trigger, the anger, all of that fun stuff is that Ogun energy. 1 also deals with Keter, the intellect, the knowledge, and everything starts with a thought, right? Okay. So all about cardinals taking leadership. And 8 is the number of transformation. We're in that space of building and destroying. So we have knowledge and we have building and destroying. 8 is when you start manipulating things. So you have that message that goes through your gut, that goes through your Aries. I gave you like a mundane example, like, dang, I'm hungry. Your stomach start growling. Boom. So now you got the thought that you're hungry because your gut is telling you that you're hungry, right? So what are you going to do? You're going to start manipulating things outside of yourself. Hey, Kevin, start manipulating things outside of yourself, building and destroying things to make yourself a sandwich to feed your gut. So that is the combination of the 1 and 8. Ashe, hey, Jay. Peace to the goddess up there, too. I didn't see your name when you came in here, but I see you now. Hey, strong boy mom. I got 2 boy moms. Got to be strong out here in these streets. So we end the day at 1 and 8. This is the solar plexus chakra heavy, speaking on your gut and acting on your gut, building and destroying, making them transformations, having intellect on your business like self, taking that leadership cardinal energy on that business like self, because 8 is Oya. 8 rules over the business or marketplace, elders and the witches. Ogun energy and Oya, once upon a time they was intertwined. So we love it here. Get into the stories of the Orishas. Okay. So that 1 and 8 of your solar plexus chakra comes together. And of course, the gut said you were hungry. You started manipulating things to make the sandwich, and then you give birth to something. I gave birth to some food, or I gave birth to the poop because I made some food. I ate that joint. You know what I'm saying? 9 deals with the energy of wholeness, completion, manifesting, harvesting, the utopian energy of Sagittarius, being optimistic, getting the wisdom from the oracle and the sage. 9 also deals with Yesod. This is the divine womb in the moon Cancer energy. Peace, goddess. So we love it here on the 9s, right? So, you use your solar plexus chakra. You're going to do the things with your solar plexus chakra. And now we come into the sacral chakra, finding joy, completion, wholeness, and all that stuff like that. So we're going to take this energy of the 9 that we feel today. Also, to let you guys know, today is a great day for people born on the 9. That's 9, 18, and what is that? 27. This day is for you guys. 9 is the letters I and R. I is the energy of water, emotional, intuitive sense, or whatever. And R is the letter in air. So emotions and thoughts is big here. Okay. So we're going to take that 9 of your side energy, and we're all set, however we want to look at it, and we're going to put it into the month of 1. This is the month of the Keters. Okay. This is the month of intellect, cardinal leadership. This is the energy of air, the swords, okay? So we love the knowledge here. We love to be in our Keters. We love the leadership. We love taking initiative. We love all those things, don't we? So we're going to take that 9 that we've, manifested with our solar plexus chakra and put it into the 1. It's going to bring us to 1 and 0. So now we're in our Malkuth. Now we're in our Jeb. We interconnected our Alsar, which is our roots in the cosmos, and our Aset, which is our roots in the physical self. You know what I'm saying? Now we have this complete round circle between our physical and non-physical self, and we're in the earthly realm with it, which is such a blessing. We love to be in our Malkuth and Jeb energy, don't we not? So this is knowledge in our cipher, right? So we're going to take that knowledge in the cipher. Of course, we're going to condense it to the 1. So we're back in that space of knowledge, the intellect, your Ogun energy. Solar plexus chakra is a heavy energy today between the solar plexus chakra, it seems like, and our sacral. And then we're going to bring it to the earth. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to take this energy of 1 of knowledge, and we're going to put it into the year of 9. This is the year of 9 that has been brought to us by wisdom in our cipher, 2-0, wisdom in our power, 2-5. 2 being Chokmah, that's wisdom. That Sagittarius energy that rules over the second Sephiroth in the Kabbalah or in the Netarus. 2 deals with balance, harmony, and justice. 2 is also associated with the scales of Mayat, making sure your heart is as light as a feather at all times. You know what I'm saying? 0 is that cipher, your space or whatever. Like last year in the year 8 transformations were brought to us by Mayat, because 4 was the chesed, 2024. Wisdom in our space, wisdom in our chesed, and our space of the things that we believe in, imagination. A lot of that got shot down with all them documentaries that came out last year. So now we're enforcing things into our space. You know what I'm saying? People started getting their court dates and court sentences, getting locked up whatever. Now we're enforcing the things into our space that, you know, we were imagining. I'm a Virgo too. And I don't know if you're pretty or not. You don't have a photo. But thank you. I'm sure I'm a reflection of you. I got, okay. Deny God, embrace the void. We are gods. To deny God is to deny yourself. Where so do you get this idea from? I've been doing this for many years. This is an accumulation of things, my love. I'm the goddess of the crossroads. Peace to you. Much love, Joe Rogan. So, of course, we want to take this energy of one that we got from utilizing our solar plexus chakra, aligning our all-star non-set, coming to the Malkuth Jeb energy into the earthly realm. Of course, we want to use all of that, and we're going to bring it into the year of harvest, the year of completion, utopia. You know, this energy is coming from us using our wisdom and enforcing the things that we learned in the year of 8. Ashe, we love it here. So we're going to take that, and it's going to bring us back into Malkuth or Jeb, back into the earthly realm. So a lot to do with, you know, taking our knowledge and intellect, aligning on our Asar and all set today, okay? Aligning your Ketters with your Yasad today. Aligning your Aquarius energy, which is the North Node, with your, I said North Node, that's my North Node. Aligning your Aquarius energy and your Auric energy with your Yasad, your divine, you know, physical womb, which is the moon, okay? So Aquarius and the moon, Aquarius and Cancer, that is the energy, you know, the high, the above and below for today, y'all. And so today overall is a day of one. Today is a day of intellect, knowledge, the Ketters, being your auric self, getting as much knowledge as you can get today. So congratulations for being aligned with the goddess. You're starting the day off right. Hey, niggas, we out here. So yeah. So we love it in the day of one. One deals with the letters A, J, and S. We're in the space of being, you know, confident, courageous. Leadership is heavy here, and is definitely in divine alignment with the cosmos. And we're going to get into that in a moment. A is the energy of fire, so taking action, being motivated, wanting to get things done and in order today. J is the letter in water, so our intuition, our emotions, our feelings are here. And then S is a letter in the airspace, so we're also in our space of intellect as well. So getting fired up, feeling your intuition, getting in that knowledge. We love it here. Asar is the comedic term for the one. Metatron is the Canaanite. Kabbalistic is Kethers, and Yoruba is Obatala, and Hindu Kush is Tara. Of course, we're dealing with the first sphere, the first Sephiroth. There's no planet associated with this because this is when we get into our auric body, which is not associated to any planetary place. So now we're in our crown chakra today. All right. The number 10 is heavy here. So you got, you know, the Ketters, and then you have that Malkuth Jeb, which we get to get greeted with twice today. All right. No gyms, because again, we're not in our physical. Today is not a physical day. Okay. So in your bath, you might want to have basil, tuberose, white roses, cotton or leaves, marjoram, sage, fennel, flower. Hey, Edwin. And the oils, lotus, basil, tuberose, fennel, sage, marjoram. Incense is myrrh and southernwood. For those of you guys who like to do the baths and, you know, do your space and all that fun stuff like that. I'm from New Jersey, love. The cow sound during this period of time is Ong, A-U-N-G. So if you want to invoke some things in your space, that is the sound, Ong, and we love it here. And I'm sure you guys sound way better than me. Hey, Nikoji, I'm sorry if I butchered the pronunciation of your name. Ashe. So the emotional trace is beyond the influence of emotions. Okay, Baltimore not that far from me. Mental trace is the origin of all wisdom. In fact, since you're going to be in Baltimore, I need you to mark your calendar. March 13th, I'm going to be out there in your hood. I got a performance out there in Baltimore. Tell your friends about me. In fact, you can go follow me on Instagram right now and see my post. I'll be out there. Mental trace is the origin of all wisdom, social correspondence, God, men on earth, and the inner planes. Career functions, being retired from the tumult and the illusions of the world. We are getting out of the illusions of the world and getting into our own intellect and things like that. There's no physiological or pathological correspondence because, again, like I said, hey, Stephanie, we are not in the physical realm when we're in the ones. The healing power of Hetep, which is an inner peace that does not depend on or cannot be disturbed by any internal influence, is the energy for today. Okay. Perseverance in the identification with the indwelling intelligence and thought, speech, and action is a substance of self-knowledge, which is essential for the individual's achievement of unity in her personal and social life. Health and prosperity are achieved thereby. Self-knowledge and the living of it or the absence of it, unity, disunion, and the highest principle governing event. So That's the energy of a star on this day of one, and we move in gratitude as we're in the space of knowledge. We love it. Hey, perfect slave book, speaks to the God. And remember, we're in the letters A, J, and S. As we're on the 1 and 8 and the 9, we are in the letters I and R. Okay, so that's the mathematics, that's the gematria, that's the rules of the day. We love it here. So let's get into the astronomical report. Y'all, we start the day off with an 83% winding gibbous moon. We're still in the moon of cleansing. We're cleansing the tangible things out of our space. Moon rising at 10:02 p.m. and setting at 9:53 a.m. Now, tropically speaking, as well as Draconic, so our mind and soul are in alignment in Virgo. So organizing, scheduling, paying attention to details, self-management, or did I say organization already? I don't know. Analyzing things, learning, teaching, being of service. You know, how do you want to give and how do you want to receive? Those are the things on the forefront. And our energy exchanges, we start the day off in Leo constellation at a 23 degrees. So we're at that balance, harmony, and justice on the 3 of expression and understanding, which brings us to 5 enforcement once we get there, right? This is the Purva Falguni Nakshatra, which is the 11th nakshatra out of the 27 lunar mansions. And I want to read about it a little bit with y'all. I'm sorry, my screen I like to start on the page I'm supposed to start on, but my screen refreshed. So bear with me for 30 seconds. Not even. This is the 11th nakshatra in Vedic astrology, spanning from 13 degrees Leo to 26 degrees Leo. It's ruled by Venus, the planet of love, beauty, art, and sensual pleasures, and is associated with the themes of creativity, pleasure, rest, and enjoyment. And when the moon transits through Purva Falguni, it tends to highlight the desire for relaxation, romantic connection, and a deeper focus on artistic expression and social harmony. Um, the influences of Leo, a fire sign, connects to Purva Falguni with creativity, personal expression, and a desire to be seen. However, this nakshatra focuses more on pleasure and social connections, in contrast to the more leadership-oriented themes of Maga, which is what we experienced yesterday. The symbol is the front part of a bed or a stretcher, and this represents rest, relaxation, and enjoyment, which is cool because we're in the Sabbath day, which is the day of rest, right? We love it here, and we'll get into that in a moment when we get into the Hebrew calendar. It also signifies the need for comfort and pleasure, especially after exerting effort or energy, and it's associated with peaceful rest and luxury. The deity is Baga, the god of fortune, prosperity, and pleasure. Baga is often depicted as a generous giver, associated with wealth, blessings, and a good fortune that comes from enjoying life's pleasure and balance. The ruling planet is Venus, which we know is a planet of love, beauty, and artistic expression, bringing themes of pleasure, luxury, and creativity. Venus adds an element of charm, grace, and a focus on romantic relationships. And people born under the influence of this nakshatra are usually drawn to the aesthetic and artistic aspects of life, as Venus governs comfort and sensuality. I believe that I am born under this nakshatra because I am no, because I'm a Virgo moon on both sides. No, this is not my nakshatra. I don't know when I get there. On the negative side, the energy of Purva Falguni, hey Tyree, can lead to an overindulgence in pleasure, laziness, or a tendency to avoid responsibilities in favor of seeking comfort. It is important. Thank you for sharing. I see you over there on Telegram. It is important to balance the enjoyment of life with duty and responsibility. There can also be a tendency for superficiality in relationships or a focus on pleasure at the expense of deeper emotional or spiritual growth. Pleasure and enjoyment are keys here, as well as sensual pleasures, artistic expression, social harmony, and romance, rest and recuperation without being lazy. So take breaks and enjoy moments of ease today. So that's what we got in the lunar mansion for today. Sunrise at 7:18 a.m. and setting at 5:02 p.m. Now, tropically, we start the day off at a 28-degree Capricorn in the 4th house. So we are in that space of 2 and 8, which is still on the day. 2 and 8 is 1, and we're in the day of 1. So finding balance and harmony on that 8, while we're finding intellect on that 8 in the mathematics, which is building and destroying transformations, your business like self. Overall, it's a degree of 1 on Capricorn. Taking cardinal leadership energy towards creating a foundation and structure to, 4th house is home and family, maternal energy. So some of you guys need to start planning out the home and family. What are you going to nurture in your space or whatever? Again, coming to the Virgo moon to organize things. Self-management, organization is key. We're in the 3rd degree Capricorn on the constellation, right? 2 plus 5 are 7, the number of the vibration of the planet Midgar. I didn't say 25. I said 28. But 2 plus 5 is 7. 7 is the number of God. That's the interpersonal relationships and the bonds and contracts. But we're at a 28th degree. So we are at a 3 degree in Capricorn constellation. Even though we're about to finish up in the Capricorn zodiac, we have just entered the constellation of things. And so at 3 degrees, we're in that degree of being an expression in Saturn energy. This is the energy of Makara on the tropical and on the Vedic chart. So let's go down. This is the element of Earth. The ruling planet is Saturn or Graha. The traits are disciplined, ambitious, practical, and patient. Capricorns are hardworking, value structure, stability, and success. They are often focused on long-term goals. The ruling deity is Shani, which is Saturn. So Saturn is associated with discipline, hard work, and material success, which mirrors Capricorn's determined, responsible, and ambitious nature. Shani teaches the life lessons through patience and perseverance. So slow and steady wins the race in this space. You know, remember, a lot of you guys are going towards long-term goals. You know what I'm saying? So like, give yourself grace to the process it takes. Now, we have been reading The Secret, and we do know when you are in the Ketters, which is us being in the day of one today, we are in that space where, you know, we're manifesting, we're bringing things into fruition that we want to see. So being in that space, be mindful what you're manifesting. You don't want to give it this grandiose thing, because then you're telling the universe it's going to take a long time for you to get your vibration in order with the vibration that you're trying to manifest into your space. And if you're telling the universe it's going to take a long time, then guess what? It's going to take a long time. So be mindful of that in the same process. Be patient, be present. You know what I'm saying? And let the vibrations do their thing while you talking about how easy these things come to you, because they come to you so easily, so effortlessly. Like, we just don't be doing shit. We just be sitting here chilling and just be chasing us. The goals be chasing us. You hear me? And we love it here, and we move in so much gratitude. Now, the sun is technically in the 21st nakshatra. I'll read that a little bit to you. Even though the lunar mansions are more so with the moon, but even though with us being in this degree in the constellation, we are still touching a lunar mansion, are we not? We are. So let's go into it a little bit. Yeah, this is the Uttara Nakshatra. It goes from 26 degrees to 10 degrees Capricorn. It's ruled by the sun. Its presiding deity is Vishwadevas, the universal gods. Uttarashada is a nakshatra symbolized by the plank of a bed or elephant tusk. So once again, we have, a little bed situation. Some of y'all not going to get out the bed. That's fine. This is representing both stability and strength. Capricorn influence on here is it begins in Sagittarius, a sign ruled by Jupiter, and moves into Capricorn, ruled by Saturn. And this dual nature signifies a shift from philosophical and expansive energy to practicality and discipline and ambition. So we go from that mindset when we were in Sagittarius constellation all that time. We were living our delusions, as you should have been. You should have been imagining things that you want to see in your space. But now we're creating infrastructure. We're scheduling. What little bite pieces can you take day by day? Like, my big grandiose idea is I want to write a book. Okay, what are the small pieces of writing a book? Okay, maybe I could do 10 pages a day. Maybe I already had my outline. I'm already a few hundred pages in. I ain't gonna hold y'all. What I have a habit of? I have a habit of reading a book over and over and over again, and spending all my time reading a book over and over and over again. I spend more time editing the book than anything. Hey, 2-3, peace to the God. Hey, joyfully Joyce, I love your name. Peace to the goddess. Hey, Zena. But yeah. So now you're finding, now you're turning your dreams into goals. Hey, Chef. So that's what we're doing with the sun's placement over there in that 21st nakshatra. Venus and Saturn are at minimal angle today at 12:09 p.m. Venus will be 2.2 degrees north-northwest, observed at 5:39 p.m. with a 2.2 degree north-northwest separation. So you'll be able to see Venus and Saturn over there. Venus rules over our heart chakra. Both of these placements are in Pisces right now on the tropical chart in our mindset. So we are imagining the things that make our heart pump real nice. Hopefully you guys are imagining things that you want and not what you don't want. Okay, we're living in our delusions, and we're finding structure, and we're finding practicality, and we're finding what kind of discipline or order do we need to have to be in this vortex of things, right? So that's what's happening in our thought process. Now what's happening in our actual, space is both of these planets are sitting in Aquarius. So as you're, going through that, society is vibrating to what you're saying you want with your heart chakra. So we move in gratitude as you guys start to attract the people, places, things, situations, ideas that are in alignment with what it is that you're trying to do and what you desire. Open yourself up to communication, open yourself up to society. Electronic communication is a big thing, especially with all this TikTok woo-ha happening. This is definitely in a divine alignment with what's happening in the cosmos, especially with Pluto sitting over there in Aquarius. And like I said, Aquarius rules over electronic communication. Pluto rules over business and power. Hey, Gaza. The moon is on descending node at 8:57 p.m. Ashe, I meant to the discipline. Ashe. Mercury and Albalda are in conjunction. Now that happens on later on tonight. That happens around 11:45 p.m. Mercury will be 2.6 degrees south. Hey, Heru. Albalda is a star that's associated with leadership, potential, strong willpower, initiative, and a tendency towards taking charge in situations. Just to remind you guys, Mercury is sitting over there in the Capricorn zodiac, but it's over there in the Sagittarius constellation, and that's where you'll find Albalda. How you doing, Gaza? And this star is linked to individuals who naturally take on leadership roles, exhibiting confidence and decisiveness in her actions, which is in divine alignment with us being in the day of one. And it's really dope that this is sitting on our throat chakra. Mercury is also associated with our solar plexus chakra, the celestial enforcer, and the Sephiros. This is the eighth, sphere there, which is, the celestial technicians labeling and enforcing those labels in your space, how you separate things, all coming back to the point at between Mercury, the moon, and the nakshatra the moon is in, the sun and the nakshatra the sun is in, Venus and Saturn being in alignment, and Mercury and Albalda being in alignment, and including the fact that we're on the 18th day that brings us to the 9 on a one life path day. It is all calling on you to take initiative, take leadership over your goals, your dreams, and find infrastructure in them to make them goals. Okay, having ambition and drive is heavy here, having a strong desire to achieve your goals. So a lot of you guys are going to feel that fire energy of that letter A, that intuitive energy, that intellect of the letter J, and then the S is bringing you into that air of thought. Okay, so we're coming into that space. We love it here. We are actually in the Egyptian or the Kemetic calendar because we're all right, let me take a breath. In the ancient Kemetic calendar, we have 3 seasons a year. Each season has 4 months. Each month has 30 days. Each in those 30 days, they're divided into 10-day weeks that we call decans. I believe Newbie Ray gave me a different name that I got to look into and work on my enunciation of before I start using that all willy-nilly. But we are in the second decan of the month. This is a decan of finding wisdom, harmony, balance, and justice with the things we embarked on the first decan of the month. So you're starting to get your ease here. We are in this decan for another couple of days. We move in gratitude while we're in this decan, are we not? We exit out this decan, we get into the decan of creation and understanding when we get to the 20th, and we move into that third decan of the month of understanding the things that we embarked on the first 2 weeks, and that's pretty cool. I've been enjoying it. Have you guys been enjoying my live mathematics? This has been really cool, finding balance and harmony of this into my space, and it's really becoming a habit and all this. I've really enjoyed doing this with you guys. This has been really cool. And as I bring it into my understanding, and and now it's in all 3 corners of my upper echelon of things. Like, it's cool here. We love it here. Yeah. But that's how it's separated. So we're entering today. We enter the energy of Amun-Ra King, who is the king of the gods. This brings on the energy of confidence, being polite, optimistic. Great leaders take leadership on this day or whatever. Hey, digital success and control. We are in this Kemetic horoscope energy from today until the 21st. So we're only here for a few days, okay? I'm catching up, sis. I went back and started watching. Ashe. I love it when we go back and do the journaling and all that stuff. We love it. Amun-Ra was the supreme god of the Egyptians. He was a combination of Amun, which is the god of air and fertility, and Ra, which is the god of the sun and reincarnation, putting us in alignment with the gematria of the day, being in the day of one. Amun-Ra was considered a champion of the underdogs. He was associated with the ram, sometimes depicted as a small ram's horns. Confidence, optimistic energy is big here. Being good at making smart decisions and keeping things under control, because we are efficient leaders of ourselves, other people, places, things, situations around us. If they attract to us to be the leader, but we are not asserting ourselves. You understand me? So that is the energy on the ancient Kemetic calendar. Let's get into the month. We are in the energy of TB on the Kemetic calendar, because we're in the season of Peret, which goes from January to May, which is a season of inundation when we start to get the process of making the flowers bloom. The deity of the month of TB is the Isis, which is the goddess of fertility and magic. So this period of time is very magical, you know what I'm saying? Especially being in the ketters and the swords, and everything starts with the thought, you know what I'm saying? Coming into the space where you're like manifesting and initiating the things. Beginning of planting season as the water levels recede, marking the transition of inundation to growth. We are in the energy of Tevet on the Hebrew calendar. We are in Tevet until the Lunar New Year, which is January 29th. And then we'll enter Shavat. But this spiritual meaning of Tevet is a month of contemplation and reflection. It gives the energy of hardship, reflection, and growth. Spiritual growth and repentance is big here in the energy of Tevet. And we move in gratitude. Ashe? Ashe. And I'm getting into the planetary forecast with the things you already know. We're in the year of 9, so we're in the year of gold on the alchemist calendar. This is the year of this is the year. Alchemist goes by the year of confidence and leadership, having a love for luxury, being, spending money, ambition, and willpower, long-lasting relationships, being generous and kind, as we are in the energy of the Jubilee. We are in the year of Jubilee. Baobab is West African horoscope. We're there from January 4th to February 3rd. Firm, stable, strong, and invincible. Having the resources to conquer, resist, resilience, self-confidence, integrity, honesty, reflection, and cleverness. Living a well-structured and prosperous life are keys here. The snow goose is the energy for today, being in this month. On a Native American horoscope, this is the Turtle Clan, which is water energy, being self-confident, teaching those around us, finding balance and adapting to our environment, and needing to find integrity to boost our self-esteem. And also, not only will we be transitioning to the month of Shavat on January 29th, but we will also be experiencing the Lunar New Year. Hey, Doug. Right now, though being present, we are still in the energy of the wood dragon. Power, luck, making good use of our environment, and having an intuitive sense of timing. So success will not be difficult to a team. So that's what we have for the horoscope energies. I done went over to today's mathematics, the gematria. I done went over the nakshatras, the astrological report. I done went over the ancient Kemetic calendar, the Hebrew calendar. I've gone over the, West African, the alchemist, the Native American, and the Chinese calendar. We've done so much. Let's keep going. So we are in it. Let's get into our week. We talked about being in Amu-Ra energy, but we are also in the Sabbath. We have entered the day of the Sabbath, and Sabbath means Saturday. This is the day of rest. The seventh day is the day when God rested from his work of creation. This is Genesis 2:1-3. Sabbath is considered the holiest day of the week, a day of rest, reflection, and spiritual rejuvenation, which seems to be in alignment with the nakshatras that we talked about, right? Hey, Mama Hita. In Jewish tradition, it is a day connected with God, and it's a time for family and community. It symbolizes the completion and sanctification of creation, and it is a reminder of the importance of taking time to rest and reflect on the blessings of life. Rest, holiness, spiritual rejuvenation. Lord Shani, or Saturn, is the deity of the day. Now, and this is on the Hebrew calendar. I done flowed into the Hebrew calendar. Hey, Mr. Murphy, peace to the guy. Hey, Darren. Lord Shani is the Saturn deity. Characteristics is Lord Shani is the god associated with karma, discipline, justice, and life lessons. Saturn, as a planet, represents challenges, hard work, and responsibility. Shani is often seen as stern but fair deity who rewards hard work and punishes laziness, like in alignment with Babylao. Mm-hmm. Associated activities. Saturdays are dedicated to worshiping Lord Shani and seeking relief from the effects of Saturn's influences, especially for those challenging positions of Saturn in their birth chart. It is a day for reflecting on one's actions, observing, fasting, and performing Shani Pujas. Many devotees offer black sesame seeds, oil, and iron to Lord Shani to appease him and mitigate the malefic effects of Saturn. Well, I think Saturn get a bad rep. I don't know. We're supposed to have discipline. We're supposed to have hardships in our space that gives us the strength. It gives us empowerment in our testimony. When people hear people's crazy testimonies, they come even more inspirational and wow, like you're so amazing. You went through all these things. Woo, woo, woo. I have a lot of Capricorn energy, y'all. I got 3 placements in Capricorn, so I'm not sure. Thank you for the follow, Mr. Murphy. But I'm Capricorned out. So hardship, we are very familiar. And when I was a kid, I used to be so irritated because it's like, it seemed like everything come to everybody so easily, but everything I had to work for it by myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, granted, I have like that basic structure, as a kid, you got parents paying bills and shit. But when it comes to like the actual, like this particular thing, yeah, it's me by myself. I'm doing it. Yeah. But anyway, let's be present. So today's the day of the root chakra. I guess that's why I started talking about my inner child, right? Because my Saturn is in the 5th house. This is all child shit. So we are in the energy of the root chakra, which is the Muladhara. The Mula means root and Adhara means existence. Earth element is, we're in the number 4. The 4-petaled lotus is the symbol. It's located at the base of the spine. For those of you guys who like to do Reiki or do your visualizations when you're doing your healing and cleansing, being grounded, discipline, order, boundaries, authority, survival of self, and basic resources is heavy key here. It's an evil world that we live in. I mean, I've been reading The Secret with you guys, and it's all about your perspective. If you want to live in if you want to keep speaking that into existence, that will keep revealing itself to you. And I think that we have so many people in the world that speak that way, which is why that is such a prominent, thing. I'm choosing to do different. And I hope that people catch on, to the power of your mindset and how you speak things to existence, because you are the God. And maybe we can make some like intentional, changes so that the world is good. You know what I'm saying? The world is great. The world is outstanding. The world is infinite. It's abundant. It's joy. It's peace. It's rest. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So the Hakal for the Muladhara is Ashra, Aushhrauh, or Kring, which is Kring. I like that you said I understand, because that's Bina and that's also Saturn, what you stand under. That's authority of self. 432 and 396 hertz is the sounds today. A note for my musicians out there. That's great for the root chakra. The cube is also the symbol for those of you guys that like to do the visualization when you're breathing. You as you inhale into the base of your spine, you are activating the cube in your back to start spinning and things. Red wavelength, 750 to 659 nm. LAM, LAM. Is another sound for today, and the long AY vowel sound. So A. Listen to some Glorilla today. Babylao A is synonymous with Saturn energy. On the internal side of the root chakra is ruled by Shango, which is Aquarius energy. This is the Auset. Oh, Asar. This is the Asar. This is the first Sephiroth. This is the power to be one with all. You know what I'm saying? This is society. So it's like in your root chakra, you're like, okay, mom is this, dad is that, this is that. And however way you're thinking it, which is Aquarius, swords, your thought, one, knowledge, everything starts with the thought. Your Capricorn is going to follow. Your Capricorn is the physical that comes into space. It creates the discipline and the infrastructure to attract you to your Aquarius. So wherever you're at with your Aquarius, everybody has an Aquarius placement. You might got a house there. You might got some asteroids there. You might got some planets there, but it might be an open space where you just let other people, places, things, situations input that energy there. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. I got a lot of empty spaces because I'm a stellum. I'm a Virgo Capricorn stellum. So I have a lot of open spaces for those of you guys that are into like human design. But this is also how I read my charts. I place your planets into your chakras so you can see your open spaces that way as well. But yeah, how you think about society, like what you just did was a perfect example. You gave me your Aquarius. You gave me your thought on society. It's an evil world we live in. And I told you about what happens to your Capricorn because of that Aquarius. And then you said, I understand. Understand is Capricorn, that's Saturn, that's the Bina, that's the third Sephiroth. So that dialogue right there was a perfect alignment to what the root chakra is. Okay, hopefully that made sense to the rest of y'all. Capricorn is associated with Babalao. This is Seker or Ta, power and underlining structure. Manifest, create. In the Sephiroth, this deals with the brow because it's a part of the top three, being the third Sephiroth, the understanding of things. So that's what we have for today. For those of you guys that want to work on or activate your root chakra, you want to focus on your Saturn placement, your Aquarius placement, and your Capricorn. Now, if you want to get into the full chart, see how, those placements are supported by your other air placements like Libra and Gemini supporting that Aquarius, and how, your Earth is being supported by Virgo, Taurus, supporting your Capricorn placements, pay attention to the house that is there. You could do a whole thing, focused on your root chakra today. And you can also reach out to me if you need a therapy session, you want a counseling session for today. Because, I do that. All right. So we done went over all of that energy. Do you guys have your pen and papers ready? You already know. Last but certainly not least. Not even entirely last, because I still have to do the collective reading. But are you guys ready for the planetary hour? Are we getting into the planetary hour? I'm ready for the planetary hour, y'all. As soon as I pull up this page. You ready? Y'all ready? Y'all gonna write down the planetary hours with me? Because we're going to break it down. We done broke it down by the year, the month, the date, the day. Now we about to break it down by the hours. I do also want to expand myself on the hours on the Chinese zodiac as well. So as I learn and get versed and more comfortable with that, I'm going to start talking to y'all about that too. That's something I want to do. Yeah. Somebody had asked me what the planetary hour is based upon, and that was a great question. It's based on the Chaldean order. If you guys want to look into that, we like it here. All right. So we start the day off in the hours of Saturn, because Saturn rules the Sabbath day, right? So from 12 a.m. to 1 a.m., from 7 a.m. to 8 a.m., from 2 p.m. to 3 p.m., hey Ra, and from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m., we are in the hours of Saturn. And to remind you guys, Saturn is over there in Pisces, hanging out with Venus, giving us that structure in the things that you guys have been imagining. So if I told people too, like sometimes other people, places, things, situations outside of yourself will come to you and be like, hey, yo, like this could go wrong, that could go wrong, whatever, what have you. And that's not to deter you. It's to show you like, okay, this might be something that you were overlooking, make sure you're prepared for this. You know what I'm saying? So take that, observe that different. But yeah, so when we're in that Saturn hour, we are in that hour of discipline, structure, and limitations, hard work, focus, and long-term planning. This good time for serious reflection or working on the structure of your life. So organizing is a big thing here. Then we get into the hours of Jupiter during 1 a.m. to 2 a.m. So we just finished the hour of Jupiter over here on the East Coast. 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., 3 p.m. to 4 p.m., and then 10 p.m. to 11 p.m. We're in the energy of Jupiter. Jupiter represents expansion, abundance, and wisdom. This is an excellent time for growth, study, and long-term planning. Good for optimism and generosity. Jupiter over there in our mindset is providing that expansion and that abundance and that wisdom in our Gemini, which is the internal side of our throat chakra, getting all that intellect, expansion in your intellect into things, how you're going to communicate, your community that your target community and all that stuff like that. Like, we're really in an imagination station. Now in the Vedic, the actual energy exchanges, Jupiter is providing that expansion and abundance in Taurus, which is what we prioritize, what I'm saying, what we see value in, beauty, so really like, Natal energy, the celestial designers. So allow that Jupiter to provide that expansion of beauty and what you deserve in your space as your mindset is on, I'm telling y'all, be focused. Jupiter and Gemini, if you don't know how to control it, it can really fuck up your focus and have you doing a bunch of million, trillion things at once. But if you are really in tune with that Saturn and Venus over there in Pisces, or the fact that we're under a Virgo moon, or the fact that, you know, we're under the nakshatra that we're in between the sun and the moon, really use that and allow that expansion to give you just the optimism that you need to put in your vortex to say everything that I'm planning, the infrastructure that I'm creating is realistic and I can do it. You know what I'm saying? I know I can do it. I know I'm going to see this into fruition. I know what communities I want to be in while I'm doing this. I know how much money I want to make while I'm doing it. Like, you're putting that into your vortex. You know what I'm saying? I just really want y'all to like start bringing your goals into the reality so you can stop being upset with reality. You know what I'm saying? If you're just living in your head, you're not really doing the work. Bring it down here. And if you need assistance bringing down here, I always say, get with a 147 or an 8 life path number. Get with an earth energy, preferably a Taurus, because a Taurus is definitely going to tell you how to bring stuff down to earth, or a Virgo that's going to definitely tell you how to compartmentalize and organize, or a Capricorn that's going to tell you how to make this into a bite-sized goals. Because one thing about a Capricorn, they're going to make it happen. All right? So get in with that sense of stability and structure. And then once you got that this stability and structure, go on and get with a fire that's going to motivate you. You know what I'm saying? Go on and get with a 369 that's going to hold your hand. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's how you play with the letters and numbers and seeing the God in all of us, and that we're essentially experiencing ourselves in this form. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even call it entirely a physical form, because when you break us down, we're mostly energy anyway. We holograms. We hologram. We really good ones though, but we holograms. All right. Mars. We are in the hour of Mars from 2 a.m. to 3 a.m. So right now on the East Coast, we're in the hour of Mars. 2 a.m. to 3 a.m., 9 a.m. to 10 a.m., 4 p.m. to 5 p.m., and 11 p.m. to midnight, because then we start the day of the sun at midnight. So being in Mars, this is a great time for like physical activity. You know what I'm saying? Action, aggression, and energy, combating obstacles. Assertion is good for this hour. It's a good time for strengthening your willpower, dragon breaths, gut breaths, motivating yourself, listening to like motivational frequencies. Peace, goddess. You know, all those things like that is really good for the gut. You know, if you guys want to be up 3 a.m. for some of you guys, that's 2 a.m. or whatever, a.m., p.m., whatever, you know, that's good for that. To remind you guys, Mars is moving slow and steady. So yeah, you're motivating yourself, but you're not motivating yourself for this quarter. You're motivating yourself for the New Year's, which we have already established is April 13th. That's when the sun will be entering the Aries constellation. Okay. When does the sun enter Aries zodiac? I don't know, because it doesn't make sense to worry about the zodiac if you guys are talking about this being the new year. We're going to talk about the constellation. We'll get to the zodiac when we get there. But yeah, so April 13th is the new year in our energy exchanges, okay? So right now you're like hyping yourself up for that with the Mars and Cancer. You're nurturing, you know, paying attention to your internal side of, you know, what do you need to even be motivated? Like, you know, how do you feel? You know what I'm saying? With that, you know, how do you feel about the motivations that you've had thus far? How will you feel about the motivations that are coming to you? Because when springtime comes, I know all y'all gonna come outside. We hate being cold. We love being warm. We love feeling the fire and stuff like that. You know, some of y'all like to be hot all year round. That's your business. But you know, that's probably in alignment with, you probably got a lot of like wintertime placements, you know, wintertime planetary placements. A lot of you guys have spring, summertime. You know, again, you guys can come to me if you guys want a reading. I am working on my collective course with you guys. Anyway, let's get back to the mathematics. But we do have Mars sitting over there in Cancer on the tropical and on the Vedic chart, and it's in retrograde, and it's in the 9th house. So it's in that house of expansion and abundance and having optimism. So even while you are moving slow in your motivation station, because we are in the middle of winter, so give yourself grace. I know the sun is coming out. We're getting more hours of sunlight. Y'all got a little hot day today, and it was great. We loved this Venusian day with the nice weather. It was giving us a taste of what we were imagining. We kept saying with our Venus and Pisces, I wanted to be warmer. I wanted to be nicer. And what did the Venusian day give us what we asked for. See how we attract things in our vortex? But then y'all already started chatting about how it's going to be cold later. It's going to be cold later. They're going to take it back. They're going to take it back. Yeah. Look at y'all. Y'all can't wait to undo the things y'all manifest in y'all space. Y'all love to do that. Y'all can't wait to do that. Y'all so indoctrinated on doing that, it's ridiculous. But it is what it is, because we in the season of slowing down anyway. Okay. The sun. We are in the hours of the sun from 3 a.m. to 4 a.m., 10 a.m. to 11 a.m., 5 p.m. to 6 p.m., and then we start Sunday at midnight in the hour of the sun, right? So, sun is in Capricorn on the tropical, Vedic, and Draconic chart, all focused on long-term goals, being motivated to our long-term goals. The hour of the sun is good for taking new ventures, leadership, and activities that require confidence. We're dealing with vitality, creativity, and self-expression here in the hours of the sun. So doing all that in alignment with creating infrastructure, strengthening self, working on your discipline, how hard you work, your resilience, some challenges that come into your space, learning how to deal with those wherever Capricorn energy may be in your chart. Start dealing with those in those sun hours for your experiences. Do some journaling, do some deep breathing, do some shadow work. I don't fucking know. It's your world. The hours of 4 a.m. to 5 a.m., 11 p.m. 11 a.m. Okay, I couldn't think for a second. The hours of 4 a.m. to 5 a.m., 11 a.m. to 12 p.m., and 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. are all in the energy of Venus, right? Venus is a good hour to that represents love, beauty, and harmony. Perfect for activities involving relationships, beauty, art, and relaxation. It's a good time for romantic activities. For all my love bugs out there, you want some little text messages at 4 a.m. It's your world. As well as aesthetic work for my creators. You want to make some music, you want to paint, you want to do some whatever. It's a good time for aesthetic art during those hours as well. Dealing with, what you find priorities in business is also good with Venus as Venus ruled. Just to remind you guys, Venus is over there in alignment with Saturn today. That conjunction occurs at noon, 12:09 p.m., but we'll be able to observe it at around 5:45-ish, because that's when the sun starts going down. All right. So Venus is over there in Pisces in our mindset. So really visualizing the things that we prioritize and want in our space, and what we think is beautiful and all that stuff like that. We're heavy using our chest. It heads for and the Vedic chart, Venus is still in Aquarius. So as we are imagining things that we want, we are gravitating to the society that's going to bring us that. So some of you guys are going to be called on to move to new places, moving around new people, getting rid of certain people out of your space and make space for new people that's going to take up that space and that time and that energy. And we move in gratitude for that, because they're moving you closer to what it is that you said you wanted. All right. The hours of Mercury, 5 a.m. to 6 a.m., 12 p.m. to 1 p.m., and then 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. All right. And the hours of Mercury are good for communication. Communication and trade. Anybody in here do trading? Y'all day traders or whatever? I know we're in the day of Sabbath. So the Sabbath is usually like cryptocurrency trade. We don't really do too much like money trading there or indices or anything like that. But yeah, those are good hours for that. Also learning, writing, or traveling is good for Mercury, where you got your Gemini energy or you're trying to harvest with the Virgo. It's fun there. Mercury is sitting over there in Capricorn, giving us the infrastructure to our communication space. Also, Mercury is dealing with the 8th Sephira, which also brings us to Jabora, which, that Mercury can also be seen as the solar plexus chakra. Hey, Philly guy. Which is the celestial enforcer. And we do enforce things with communication, whether it's your body language, your frequency communication, which is that Gemini energy. How you communicate just with your throat chakra, what you're listening to, if you're putting a block wall up, like, I'm not hearing you, I don't give a fuck what you're talking about, things like that. Hey, behind the scenes, peace to the God. But yeah, Mercury is over there in that Capricorn. So we're speaking the infrastructure into our space. We're communicating, the hard work that we're willing to put in, talking about our long-term goals, how we're going to do all of these things. In the Vedic chart and our actual energy exchanges, while we're speaking these things in our thought process, we're in Sagittarius. So that expansion and abundance is coming to us and return to us. So you're going to get those little nuggets here and there. Because remember, like I told you, we're not in Aries season yet to do all the Aries things. We are in in wintertime, you know, it's still a sense of stillness. It's more so like a lot of internal work, especially seeing that we're in this month of one, which is intellect, all going inward. We're dealing with the non-physical, the asar things, and we're on a day of one. It's all about asar, non-physical. Crown chakra vibes is happening more so here than anything, but it's causing your vibrations to tap into the vibrations of the things that you're trying to attract, and vice versa. And so now you guys are getting on the same vibration, so that you can gravitate to each other. So this is not the time to discourage yourself from the things that you said you wanted, because you are you guys are aligning your vortex with the vertex of the things you said you wanted. So like, just take a breath, take a beat. You're gonna get it. Just keep speaking it, keep working on it, keep learning about it, keep focusing on it. Start, you know, arranging, start nesting for it. We started reading The Secret, and then we wanted to manifest money, so we made like a check. You know, I started nesting for my check. I'm opening up a credit union account with the bank that I wrote on my check. You know what I'm saying? I want to manifest a certain kind of love life in my space. So I'm a bit of a creeper, so I'm looking like, where am I going to move to so I can manifest this love I want in my space? You know, just kind of experiences that I want in my space. I want better winter time, so I'm going where it's going to be a little bit warmer. You know what I'm saying? I'm not exactly in the mindset of leaving the United States yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm attached to this culture. You know, my family is from this land. We've been buried on this land, so I don't, you know, the traveling back and forth, I ain't with the shit. Hey, newbie Ray. So, you know, and that's just me being transparent with you guys about how I'm using the energy, you know, that way that y'all can see, you know, I'm not coming from a podium chatting at y'all. I'm talking with y'all so we can do this together. You know what I'm saying? I'm always here for the energy exchanges. Again, if you need help, anything, I'm here. This is what I do. This is what I'm passionate about. This is my purpose. Okay. I'm here. I'm here to help you. Okay. All right. That's the God in me. All right. Last but certainly not least, the hours of the moon. It's going well. How are you doing, newbie, right? We're in the hours of the moon from 6 a.m. to 7 a.m., 1 p.m. to 2 p.m., and then 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. And so the moon hours is usually like, you know, when we go into like the meditation energy, tapping into our emotions, our intuition, our nurturing self, emotional work, home life, you know, activities that require compassion and reflection, you know, things like that. That's heavy moon energy. And just to remind you guys, the moon is sitting over there in Virgo. We're in Virgo on the tropical and the Draconic chart. So our mind and our soul in alignment with that scheduling and organizing and the communication and vocation and teaching and learning and stuff like that. And our energy exchanges is in Leo. So we're in that space of confidence, courageousness, leadership, paying attention to our Tipperef, which is our heart, how we feel about the things and stuff like that. All that fun stuff. Thank you for the favor, Fallen Angel. I appreciate that. So, you know, those are what we'll be focused on those planetary hours. So that's it for the planetary hours, y'all. So you guys ready for the collective reading so I can close y'all out? My beautiful cosmic nobodies. I love y'all so much. I love the energy that I feel here today too. Thank you guys for showing up. All right. So I don't really feel much of a difference with you guys as far as like all the elements go. It feels like, you know, it's kind of all one and the same. I do want, you know, yeah. So I don't feel like, it's not that I don't feel like it. It's not so much that it just feels like, I feel like a good energy. Usually I do like each element separate, but it seems like everybody's on the same type of time today. As far as being confident and courageous. De jour! Peace to the God. You know, today is a good day of rest. You know, building on the things. You know, you guys can go back to the reading I said yesterday with my earth babies. You guys, you know, giving yourself grace in the space of manifestation and harvesting, you know, that harvest, the things that you're working on, slow and steady wins the race. I know you guys are kind of on the forefront because you guys are accustomed to the hard work. So be open to people coming to you for that advice on the hard work of the things. Now for fire, like I said, you guys are the motivators, you know. I know you guys want to motivate people right now and you want to motivate them and they move right now, but the movement is not happening right now. So be patient with the energies around you that move slower than you, my fire babies. Like if you guys are near like fixed signs or like fixed water, fixed air, fixed earth, or even if you're just around earth energy, like a lot of those energies move slower and they're all cooler than you. Like you're hot, you know what I'm saying? You're hot and dry. And everybody else is kind of on that slow. Everybody else is more in tune with that wintertime energy. So, you know, you guys want to be aware with my water signs, you guys, allowing yourself to move slow and steady, remembering that we are in the cold space. However, I keep telling y'all got to do the work. Separating yourself from everybody is not doing the work. It's keeping yourself in a safe space, by yourself. So then when we come into Aries season and it is time to come out, especially for my Cancer babies, Pisces, y'all got a bad habit of doing that shit too. Scorpius, y'all like to, be mysterious because y'all like to manipulate with the mysteriosity. And yeah, I made that word up. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Put it in the dictionary, put my face next to it. Y'all like, so everybody like to play with the water energy. But like, be mindful that, going into inward thing, that's not doing the work. So when the Aries season come, or when Leo season come, or even Cancer season, what I'm saying, y'all gonna be triggered the whole time because y'all was not doing the work. When this is the perfect time between this Aquarius, the Pisces energy, is the perfect time for y'all to do the work. Come out into society, start building, start communicating. There's a lot of planets out here in your favor that are moving slow. Everybody's on that slow type time. Everybody's on that, we all want to be compassionate. We all want to nurture. We all want to nurture each other right now. This is the perfect time to perfect your craft and start tuning your vortex to attracting the community that you should be attracting. Some of y'all not going to go back to the community that y'all was in because y'all already burnt them bridges. Y'all already was moving weird. So you just got to get over that, and keep moving forward. You have a beautiful voice. Thank you. I make music. I make positive affirmation music. You should check it out on my page. You can listen to my voice all day long. Please do, because I get paid for that. But yeah, so just make sure y'all doing the work. Make sure y'all showing up. Just know that nobody is here to be alone or whatever. Not even you, water baby. As much as you want to go inward and be in the inside, you have to go outward so you can have that experience. Because everything outward yourself is an experience of yourself. So why not experience the energy exchanges? It's showing you where you're at and where your vortex is at and what your mirrors look like. While y'all think y'all out there being a mirror to other people, is actually them being gravitated to you. You know what I'm saying? They're mirroring your energy. So it's like a mirror on a mirror. You know what I'm saying? So that's the water vibes. Now for my air babies out there, y'all intellect, y'all like to be all over the place. I know we're about to enter Aquarius energy and stuff like that. So y'all going to feel that surge of community and communication and wanting to bring people together. A lot of y'all are, what do you call it? Curators, curating energy. Okay, I'm 8 miles away. Do you want to meet up? No, stranger danger. The hell? I'm just playing, Mikey. Not really though. But yeah, y'all, y'all energetic curators. So pulling up with that kind of energy, bringing the people together. You're gonna have to pull on that water energy to come out themselves. You're gonna have to convince that fire energy to not embarrass you when you bring them outside, because not everybody on that type time. You're gonna have to tell the earth. You're gonna have to help the earth energy come out of their depression, because they're like, damn, why is everything moving so slow? I thought we was in the year 9. What the hell? You know what I'm saying? We're still in the winter time. It's okay. We have earth. We have earth in the spring. We got Taurus over there. We don't have any earth in the summertime though. Oh no, we have Virgo. Virgo is right on the line, because soon as we get to Virgo and we move to Libra, then we're on the other side of the horizon. So you get earth in the spring and summer. Be patient. This earth right here, over here in the winter time, this is the beneath the horizon earth. This is the earth that is felt but not seen. So all of the stuff that you're doing right now is felt, but it's not seen. It doesn't have to be seen yet. It's not going to be seen yet. You got time. Like, listen, what is that? Taurus, you got like 2 months. You be all right. You good. Relax. Nah, I lied. You don't know why? Because in my mind, I'm like, Taurus is second house, and we're in the first month. I was mixing too many numbers at one time. I was doing too many mathematics. That is not the math sentence I meant to put out there. Y'all got some time, and use this time. Use this winter quarter to really doing the inward work and perfecting, the infrastructure to the earth that you want to create. And that's my intuitive reading for my 4 elements. So I'm going to pull collective cards for y'all today. Usually y'all get y'all separate cards, but it feels like a collective vibe today. So I wanted to give it to y'all that way. Ashe. Scorpius Bay. See? Stillness. In case y'all didn't know, for my newcomers in here, I'm David Ruffin. And these are the backup singers. You know what I'm saying? I'm Diana Ross. The Cards are the Supremes. We love it here. You know what I'm saying? We're focusing on Pluto, which is the transformations, the building and destroying. This is, the solar plexus chakra, which is in alignment with the fact that we're on the day of 1 and 8. So having that tapping that intellect on the Pluto. Find out where Pluto is placed in your chart. Me personally, my Pluto is in Scorpio. We love it here. It's in the 3rd house of my communication. This is where my power is. You know, I'm powerful here. This is also where my trauma lies, and I need y'all to chill on me. But Jupiter is also here. That's Jupiter, right? I don't know. They put these symbols in cursive, and I be getting Jupiter and Saturn mixed up. No, this is Saturn. So challenges in that infrastructure to that Pluto. So again, coming to that building, you know what I'm saying? That building of the things. But skull cap is the herb. 4 and 7, finding stability, you know, in that 7 and that godlike energy, you know what I'm saying? So godlike energy is all over everywhere, right? Can't be contained. It's not created or destroyed. But when you put that 4 to it, it has structure, limitations, and restrictions. You know what I'm saying? So that it can exist in this earthly realm. You know what I'm saying? So find the balance between the two brings you to 11, which is mastery. So master that internal side, you know, so that it can come out on the external side. I like that. I'm a trauma trigger. I can't help it. Yeah, I see 2 Scorpios in here. Hey, Scorpios, babe. So, we're going to expand on that. The Hermit card. See? Still backing up. Still the backup singers. This is internal work. It's time to, you know, go inward. And then we're on the day of 1, which is the day of the Ketters, which is the crown chakra. So we're not in physical energy at all right now. This is all non-physical work. You know what I'm saying? Talking to your, you know, your intellect, you know, working on your behaviors and mindset, your attitude, your emotional self with that Saturn and Venus over there in Pisces. Planning and organizing things out. When you plan and organize things out, do your finished product come the same day you plan and organize? No, it doesn't. So, like, you know, you should feel like a big relief when you get done planning and organizing, but that's not the space to experience the finished product. I got sometimes a little bit. 5 of Wands. So we have this in reverse too. So, you know, like I pulled this before y'all for somebody before. You know what I'm saying? I guess you back in here again. But the last time it was upright. So it was like, you know, turmoil and stress and stuff like that. This card is telling you that it's over. So whatever battle you had, whoever was like coming for you or doing the weird shit or whatever, what have you, like we done with that. We're not doing with that anymore. So you can close that door, stop concentrating on it, stop replaying it in your mind. Like it's over, it's done with. Like that door had to close. You know, that energy had to be transmuted and transformed to make space for other things. Okay. So we close that door. We're not going to stay focused on that, because if you stay focused on that, that's going to mess up, you know, what it is that you actually do want. So you focus on what you don't want, what you didn't want, what you disliked, what you didn't enjoy. And that's not going to serve you. You know that's not going to serve you. So I don't even know why you're still playing with that in your head. It happened. It's over. Stop gossiping about it. Stop talking to everybody that answers the phone about it. Let it go. Let it go. It's done. When I speak to y'all, on God, I'm speaking to myself. King of Cups. Yeah. On the Chokma, on the Jupiter energy. Yes. Expansion and abundance and optimism in our intuitive self. Getting that wisdom from the Oracle and the Station of Wisdom. From Sunshine. Telling you to close that fucking door. Let it go. Let it go. Hey, Rosetta. I don't know if you're still here. Y'all just be coming in and leaving me. LLS. What is that laughing like shit? Is that what that means? Y'all be killing me with that. Y'all be killing me with the acronyms, but then my brain automatically be like, da 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 da. Like, oh, why is that? I can read it, but I'll be mad that it exists. Bittersweet. Bittersweet. Is this throat chakra? Yeah. The blue and the indigo kind of confused me a little bit. But this is bittersweet to the throat chakra, which you're manifesting into your space. Like I said, you know, this right here is over, right? This right here is over. Let it go. It sucks. But, you know, this had to happen. You know this had to happen because the thought of you even planning your shit out and organizing your stuff and making the things that you wanted, even the thought of them coming along with you or you having to carry them, you was getting mad like, bro, I really don't want to bring this person. I really don't want to bring this energy with me. You knew you didn't want to bring that energy with you, but you thought that if you keep going and going, maybe that energy was going to change itself. Maybe they were going to get in tune with you, whether this was a relationship, a friendship, a job, you know, trying to do stuff from where you're at instead of where you need to be. You know what I'm saying? All those different things. You was trying to carry it. This had to happen because you had to get that final moment of, yeah, this shit can't come with me. And no, it can't. So I don't, you know, yeah, it's bittersweet because a part of you was really hoping that, you know, the transformation would be a little different. Like maybe the job would get more easy. Maybe it'd be different. Maybe that relationship was going to get better. Maybe he would see or she would see me being really serious about this goal or this dream I wanted, and they would change, you know, the things they got going on and ride with me. You know what I'm saying? Maybe my friends will learn how to accept what I got going on. Maybe my family will do. But come on, man. We knew that wasn't going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Maybe later on, once you're in your success realm and your cup is full, pouring over from the goals and the things that you know, accomplished, maybe then, you know, you might want to pour a little shun in a cup or whatever if they come around with the chalice or whatever. But that's also not your responsibility. You know that, right? You ain't got to be petty, but you know what I'm saying? That's also not your responsibility. But you knew they wasn't going to come to you. You knew they wasn't going to come with you to make the grapes for the wine, right? You knew they would. You didn't even want them because they don't even know how to pick the grapes right. They was going to have your wine tasting all crazy. You didn't even want it. So don't act like you ain't know. But it still hurts. You know what I'm saying? It still hurts because we still be having hope. And I respect it. I be having hope too. I be having hope for these hoes. I wanted you to come with me. You was supposed to be my friend today. And I don't know why you was tripping like that. Like I'm not an energy awareness coach. Like I won't snip on my way to where I need to be. I'll look back, you know, later on and hold your hand or whatever, because, you know, that's who I am. But, you know, if you can't come with me, that's what you're not going to do. Hey, Mars, discontentment. That's probably how y'all leaving some people, but I hope y'all not feeling this way, especially don't spend this day of one feeling that way. We're on the 2 and 6, finding balance, harmony, and justice with yourself in the realms of like, hey, Zalia, render of Mars. Did I pronounce your name right? Thank you for hurting the screen. My apologies if my enunciations is off. Yes, I got it. Oh, I got it. Okay, cool. But yeah, discontentment is heavy here. 2 and 8, you know, you want to find balance and harmony with that routine that you're creating in your space, what you're teaching, what you're learning on and stuff like that. And if you do feel that discontentment, it's because you got to move more in that space. That 2 and 8 come together. Once you find that in your routine and stuff like that, you're going to come into the space of power, building, destroying. Trigger, hi. You know, all those different things. So again, where energy is stillness, I want y'all to focus on y'all Pluto placement in alignment with your Saturn, finding infrastructure in your space of business, in your space of empowerment, in your solar plexus chakra. There's something that's motivating you. When I say that, what came to your mind? What are you motivated to do? Me? I'm be transparent with y'all. Why not? I'm motivated to teach. This that I'm doing right here with y'all, I want to do this on stages. I want to get paid for this shit. For real, because TikTok and Facebook and YouTube, y'all be playing with my coins, okay? But this is how I'm passionate about this. I could do this shit for hours, you know what I'm saying? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that Saturn and I'm going to create a plan, an infrastructure. How am I going to do this? What is my presentation going to look like? You know, where am I going to do this at? You know what I'm saying? You have to have a sense of infrastructure to these things. You know what I'm saying? You're going to build and destroy on the things, okay? This is an inward job. This is the going inside your mind, digging into the Ketters. Peace V's. This is the number of 999, which we're on a day of 9. Isn't that a divine alignment? We love it here. So, yeah, this is an inward job. Now, all that little turmoil thing, because I remember I pulled this card for you. It might have been yesterday or the day before yesterday, but I know for a fact I pulled this card upright for some of y'all. I think it was for my fire babies too. I was telling y'all not to get into fights. It's going to be okay. But yeah, all this that happened over here is gone. It's gone. It happened. Close the door. That person, that thing, that job, that situation, your address, all these things that you was holding on, they can't come with you. There's no space for them to be there with you. They wouldn't even survive if they came with you. You wouldn't even be able to give them the same amount of time, attention, and energy if they came with you. We're in the King of Chalices. We're in that space of of wisdom, you know, optimism, you know what I'm saying, with our emotional self in alignment with what we know about these things. Is it bittersweet? Yeah, because we wanted those things to come with us. So it's not. Fuck it. It makes room for new. Okay. 2 and 6 on the discontentment. I guess you guys are focused on the bittersweet part of the thing, but if you do the work and stuff like that, and you start to accept the things, and you start paying attention to your vortex and what you're attracting in your vortex, now that you let stuff go, it should help you, you know, with that discontentment or whatever. I mean, and of course there is going to be a void there because we did have that open space for that person. Don't let that void be discontentment. Let that void be an opening for like, dang, I'm hopeful and I can't wait for the next energy to come here. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I got for you today, Cosmic Nobodies. We done did the mathematics, the gematria, the ancient Kemetic calendar, the Hebrew calendar. We did the Hindu calendar. We did the astronomical report. We done did the planetary hour. We done did a collective reading for my elements. We did the Chinese zodiac, the alchemy zodiac, the West African, and the Native American zodiac. I did a lot with y'all. That's what I got for y'all. Y'all want anything else before I leave? You want anything from the store? I appreciate y'all for sitting here with me. I will see y'all tomorrow. We finished The Secret. So, you know, that really divinely like prepared us for, you know, this Venus and Saturn and Pisces interconnection. So hopefully y'all utilize this today at noon, you know, really like digging into the infrastructure of the things that you guys want to see. Do your research, start planning things. I know I am. I'm gonna be all up on Indeed and Zillow. You heard me. You know, start doing the things. And yeah, I forgot where I was gonna go with that sentence, but it probably wasn't nowhere important since it left my mind that fast, right? So, peace to y'all on YouTube. I love y'all so much. Make sure y'all reach out to me personally if you would like an astrological chart reading or a numerology reading. I also do, you know, tarot spreads, of course, life path and name readings. I have a deal on right now. It's $33 if you want a life path and name reading with a tarot spread attached to it. And I give it to you and it's downloadable and you can listen to it as many times as you like. And it's your reading. It's yours. And I think that's really good, you know, having your name and your life path read to you and, you know, all the fun stuff. So yeah, peace to y'all on YouTube. Ooh, at the 111. I was up there for 111, y'all.